Hey everyone, Erik and I here, and I've done it. I've found the AtlasPass V3, and I want to show you how you can get it. Later on in the video, around the 3-minute mark, I'll be opening some of these doors. The first 3 minutes of the video, you'll be fine. But after about 3 minutes into the video, there will be possible spoilers. You have been warned. But until then, here are a few ideas you definitely want to keep in mind about the item and how to get it. So refuel those launch thrusters, because here we go. Okay, first tip. AtlasPass V3 will not open V1 doors and containers. But it will open V2 doors and containers, so don't get all dizzy from the rush of adrenaline and dismantle your AtlasPass V1 as soon as you find a V3. Second thing to keep in mind, study up on the language of the solar system's race. Why? A lot of the narrative puzzles at these locations don't really give you many clues as to how to solve the problem. The alien language on the bottom left does though. So do a little searching for monoliths if you're unfamiliar with the language of the race occupying the system. As for the third and last tip, make sure your multi-tool deals out a good amount of damage. You'll be destroying a lot of reinforced steel doors, so the quicker you can dish out damage, the less you have to deal with those flying pieces of metal garbage we call sentinels. A grenade launcher helps a ton, but it's not super necessary. Alright, you've been super patient, so let's go into how to actually find these things. You want to do exactly what I'm doing in the video. Create several bypass chips and use signal scanners 4 or 5 times in a row to discover multiple manufacturing facilities or operation centers. Don't do more than 4 or 5 though, because they'll start showing you locations it already found for you. If you noticed, I made just 1 too many. I ended up with 5 locations, not accounting for the 6 bypass chips I made. Keep scanning for colonial outposts, and once you have enough of them that you're willing to fly around for, start flying around to them. Continue watching if you want to see me actually get the AtlasPass V3 and start opening doors with it. The game dialogue here is somewhat unique, so I understand if you prefer not to be spoiled. But here's that glorious moment where I realized I found something that literally opens so many doors for me. I usually like to start by launching a grenade and getting a good chunk of initial damage on the door, and a second grenade later. Here's where I rush in straight to the console after only taking a millimeter of damage from a rejected prototype from Portal 2's Wheatley. I discover an excited message from Off-World. It seems to be discussing a report with an image of me at its center. Someone seems intrigued by my journey and may well want to help. Should I get in touch? Now, you normally never want to open comms with stalkers, but this is a video game, so of course you do. I briefly see mask lights staring out at me before the comms feed is cut. The terminal rewards me with valuable knowledge. And there it is. Luckily, it doesn't take too many resources to make. And here's your last warning. Beyond here lies spoilers. If you liked this video at all and it helped you, please subscribe or click the logo on the bottom right. And I will love you so much it will make me sick. But by all means, continue watching if you want to see what's behind V3 and V2 doors. The first place I absolutely had to check out was the space station. I immediately jetpacked my way up to the door on the left, went through one of the hallways, and opened the first door. In front of me, covering a large portion of the center of the room, were huge supercomputers or servers. There didn't seem to be a way to interact with them, so I checked around the rest of the room and found a few credits. I'll admit I was slightly disappointed at first, until I remembered what No Man's Sky is actually about. Discovery and wonder. These monolith-like pieces of machinery instilled just that, and made me ponder over what use they might have once more content is added to the game. I went over to the other hallway across the room, and revealed a miniature greenhouse. I was only able to scan one of the pieces of flora. I wonder if this will eventually be a place players can plant their favorite resources for easy access in the future. Vibrant and majestic violet plant life hung contently from shelves and added even more intrigue to the atmosphere, but sadly I wasn't able to harvest or scan them. I decided to uncover what might be different behind V2 doors, so I departed for one of the nearby planets in search of shelter. As it turned out, the contents I found didn't differ too much. It looks like these more protected rooms still contain upgrades and bonuses like the default rooms you're allowed to enter, but nothing much other than uncovering more of No Man's Sky's personality. The whole experience felt a little bittersweet. It felt a little bit like waking up Christmas morning to find no presents under the tree, and instead the promise of something better to come. Well, that just about covers it. Thanks so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if this video meant anything to you. Feel free to dislike if you didn't like it, and see you again soon.